Hey, boys and girls, it's Mrs. Kinsey. You just listened to a wonderful story called The Gingerbread Cowboy. Now we get to write about one of the characters that chased the gingerbread cowboy. Let's think back to our story. In the beginning, the rancher and his wife chased the gingerbread cowboy first. Then the gingerbread cowboy met a roadrunner, which is a little bird, then some javelinas, then some longhorn cattle, then some cowboys, until he finally met the coyote. So, what you will get to do is choose one of those characters that chased the gingerbread cowboy. You will need your paper that looks just like this, a pencil, and some crayons. Now, if you need to pause the video to get your materials, you can stop now and then come back. Okay, so the first thing that we will do is always the same. We write our name. So, I'm going to use a marker so that it shows up better. You will write your name with a pencil. Remember, you use an uppercase letter for the first letter only and lowercase for the rest. All right, so you'll notice I already drew my gingerbread cowboy to get started. I drew it with a pencil and then I went over top of it with crayons to color. That way I could erase it if I make a mistake. Okay, so let's take a look at what it says at the bottom. The gingerbread blank ran away from the blank. Well, I was thinking about which character I would like to choose that the gingerbread cowboy ran away from, and I have decided that I'm going to do the roadrunner. Now remember, the roadrunner is a little bird. So I'm going to draw my roadrunner right over here. I'm going to draw it with a pencil first. That way, if I make a mistake, I can erase it. So there's his head. There's his beak. Right? Kind of had a little bit of feathers up top. There's his long neck. And then his long body. Just kind of like that. And he had a long tail feathers. Do you see anything else I might be missing? That's right, I'm missing his legs. Legs are a little short there, but that's okay. What about right here? Good, his eyes. You can only see one of his eyes because his other eye's on the other side. And he looked kind of like he was mad, like he was angry, didn't he? Okay, so now I drew it with a pencil. Oh, I forgot his wings. Birds have wings to fly, don't they? So there's his wings. Now, do you remember what color the roadrunner was? That's right. It was kind of brown, had a little bit of black on it, a little bit of white. So I'm going to get those crayons. I don't need a white crayon because my paper is white. So I'm going to outline where I drew my pencil. I'm going to outline it with my crayon. When you outline, you draw right over top of it. Just like that. When I outline it, I'm using my crayon a little bit darker, holding it down a little bit harder. That way when I color, I'll color it a little bit lighter. Let's go ahead and use black here to outline his legs. He has some kind of claws on there, doesn't he? Then I'm going to outline my head, just like that. And let's use some black for the feathers on top of his head and for his beak. There's his eyes. He looks like he has some angry eyes, doesn't he? All right, then I'm going to use a little bit of my black. Remember there were some spots on his body. All right, so I'm going to draw some black spots. There's his feathers on his wings. Use a little bit right here too. Okay? All right, so there's my roadrunner. He's chasing the gingerbread cowboy. But but I think I can add some details to my picture to make it look a little bit better. Do you remember they were kind of running through the dirt a little bit? So I'm going to put some dirt on the bottom of my picture, just like that. And I remember there were some little rocks around, so I'm going to draw some rocks throughout my dirt. And I also remember there was some grass around the rocks. If you need to go back and look at your story again to get some details, you can go back and watch the video again before you choose your animal or your character. All right, how about a sun? Sun is always nice detail to add to my picture. So there's my sun. Oh, how about some clouds? Clouds are always fun to draw. All right. So what do you think? Did I add some details to my picture? I sure did. So make sure that when you draw your picture, you add some details too to make it even better. Okay, so now that I drew my picture, I'm going to write my words. It says the gingerbread cowboy. Now we're all going to have the same word right here. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to spell cowboy. C-O-W, that spells cow, boy, B-O-Y. So you can copy that when you write your sentence too. But for the second part, remember, we all will probably have different characters. So we're going to sound that out. So I'm going to see if you can help me sound out the word roadrunner. Okay? So it says the gingerbread cowboy ran away from the roadrunner. Ooh, that sounds like a big word. So let's sound it out. Listen for the sounds we hear. R, r, r. That's right. It's an R. So I'm going to write an R. R, road. R, road. What letter do you hear there? Good. D. R, O-D. R, O-D. Good job. So we have a D. Am I finished? R-O-D. Road. Nope, I've got a little bit more to write. R-O-D. Now we have the word runner. R. Oh, I hear that R sound again. What letter was that? Good job. That's an R. R. Oh, I hear that vowel. What vowel was that? Do you remember? Good. U goes R. Road. R. Un. What letter goes That's right. It's an N. Road. Runner. Good job. We have another R. All right, let's read our word. Road runner. Road runner. Good. And you can't see it very well, but there is a period here at the end. So let's just go over top of that. Remember, you always put a period at the end of your sentence. A sentence is a group of words that tells you something. All right, let's see if we can read our sentence. The gingerbread cowboy ran away from the roadrunner. All right, boys and girls. Now it's your turn to choose a character from the gingerbread cowboy that you would like to draw and write about. Remember, you can choose the rancher and his wife. You can choose the roadrunner like I did. You can choose the javelinas, the longhorn cattle, the cowboys, or even the coyote if you would like. Remember, you draw with a pencil first and then color with crayons. When you write your words, you use a pencil. Make sure that you have your grown-up take a picture of your beautiful kindergarten work and send it to your teacher. We can't wait to see what you drew and wrote about. All right, have a good day. I'll see you soon.